project for 10 years, and I was half convinced that I was crazy. But now, we gotta go.
Okay, I watched this, I could not wait to meet you. Like, that, is that really you, or are you going to come in and be a real jerk?
No, it's just that. That's all I've got.
Hot Docs is on this week, and my friends, this year, like, we've had a couple of people on, just an amazing crop at Hot Docs. The documentary Playing Hard grants unprecedented access to the world's largest gaming studio, which is here in Canada, in Montreal. Filmmaker Jean-Simon Chartier joins me along with the main character of the documentary, Jason Vanderberg. Good morning.
Morning.
The most amazing thing that I found out there, first of all, is that Montreal is the center of the video gaming universe, it seems. It's one of the largest studios in the world.
Yeah, Ubisoft Montreal is the biggest studio in the world. There are like more than 3,000 people working based in Montreal.
Yeah. And there's an office here in Toronto as well, which is pretty large as well.
Yep, people here.
You come in with a video game idea, and it was very unbusiness-like what you did, and I say that as a compliment because you came in. You're an amazing character in this, and one of the things I heard in there was that 5% of the video games make 95% of the profit, so the chance of your video game even getting thought about is next to none.
Very small. And I had this idea. It had been inside of me for, it was 10 years before I got the pitch, the go right on this game. And it was funny, I knew that. I had been a professional for a long time, right? I had worked in the industry for a long time. And so I had accepted, it's a job, it's going to be fun, I'm not going to get the idea. And in some ways I think it was that I took an emotional risk, right, with the studio leadership at one point. And it was like, what do you really want to do? He asked me one time, what do you really want to do? And I was like, you know what, I'll tell you what I want to do. You know, I was at lunch with him at this table, and I told him, because I thought I would never had a chance. I think it was that emotional intensity that kind of pushed him over in a way.
You had this job, Jean-Simon, of using the real world and this fantasy world and trying to marry them together in the documentary. You did a wonderful job at doing that, but it's interesting how the two almost became one throughout the documentary.
Yeah, but look at Jason. I mean, he looks like a warrior. He looks like a knight. So, so I started with. I mean, I met with Stefan and Luc and Jason. They were working on this new IP, which was called Hero at the time, and there were only like a few of them, and it became 500 of them. Yeah. But I was really lucky that it went all the way through, and I was lucky to be on this kind of game where I had those kind of characters. So yes, there's an analogy between what they're like living in the real world and what's happening in the game. So yeah, all the ingredients were there to do an emotional journey into the gaming industry.
The beginning of the film, we see you putting on all this stuff. Okay, I don't know if you can get a close-up of these. Like, tell me about these ones especially too, so you can explain it for people when they're seeing.
These are my kids.
Yeah,
this is Eric, Kelsey, Angelina. These are my 3 kids. I keep them with me at all times, right? Yeah. Like so I do a lot of travel, I do a lot of work, and it's always a reminder that family is the center of the thing. Family matters most.
Are you guys going to be there tonight to answer some questions?
Oh, I think so.
Of course.
All right, Hot Docs tonight, 9:15 at the TIFF Lightbox. Playing Hard makes its world premiere. I know there's going to be a lot of video game people who have ideas and things like that that are going to want to come down and talk to you guys. So go on down.
Let's do it.
That's the TIFF Lightbox, 9:15 tonight, Playing Hard, with a part of Hot Docs. It is 6:28 exactly right now on Breakfast Television. We'll be